Hello everyone, and welcome to a bit of an update to the last video I did on the channel where I talked about my first week in DR2. So, this video is basically going to be a demo of what I've already been doing on my live Sorceress, doing Mausoleum run, Ancient Tunnel run, and Mephisto Hill. Just before I started recording this video, I did a run, again just to get a feel for those three areas, see how hard it really was. And in general, it's easy enough to really clear them, but it does take a while, and the Merc also struggles to survive. In general, he's never really gonna live for the entire run, especially he is going to die on Mephisto. But this is going to be my budget dream sorceress. Testing it offline now with Heritage, seeing just how big of a difference is there compared to what I'm running right now. So, the standard 156 strength and max into vitality, no points into energy, it's not needed at this gear level. You sit at over 1,000 life. This is really a lot, because I think I only have like 600 on my current sorceress. The only thing it really doesn't have is resistance, which can be, improved upon if you were to get some resistance from maybe even a torch or some small charms or whatever. Still, the only real big problem I couldn't get, in my current gear was the resistance. So let's talk about what would be like the dream budget sorceress gear right now. Being realistic, not going over the top, but still like getting the good items. Mage Feast would definitely be my one choice here. I don't care about Frostburn. Maybe if I was doing like an energy shield build or something, but no. Mage Feast is just so good. The +1 to fire skill can also be a very big help if you go that route with fire skills and whatnot. But it's mostly just for a little bit of regen and then the 20% faster cast rate. Now, my cold resistance are pretty bad, so you should maybe consider going with Trangules instead. So that is a personal choice. I'm running cold, so cold immunes are very annoying to deal with. Say if you were doing chaos runs or whatever, dealing with those oblivion knights and whatnot. So in that case, cold resistance could be very good, and so on. And then I just made two random rings here. Like, they're pretty good. They have some lightning resistance on them, some fire resist, and just random stats. Nothing really great, but again, finding a ring like this, it's not that easy. Like rolling this is not the easiest. You can of course get lucky and find something that's way better than this without doing too many magic find runs or whatever. But still, these were the two budget rings that I went with. And then Gloom's Trap. This would really be my GG choice right now. Vitality, increased maximum mana. I'm just gonna show you just how much mana I get from that 15%. You can see it's a huge amount. It's like, what, 70 or so mana? It's really big. So getting Gloom's Trap, it's not very expensive right now, and you can trade it pretty easily. So this was my choice for build, since we don't really need, what can you say, right now my live sorceress, I have my plate bottle going on because I need the faster hit recovery. But we already get plenty of hit recovery from other items now in this gear setup. So Gloom's Trap would be my dream budget build right now. And then Eldur's bit of an expensive item still. It's not that easy to get. But you really do need the fire resistance. I think at least I would always choose this over even Sandstorm's tricks. It's hard to tell. Poison resistance is very annoying to deal with. It's probably up to yourself whether you would go with Eldur's or Sandstorm tricks. The cool thing with Eldur's is also they have a lot of life, 50 life, and also 30% faster run walk, which can make hiding and survival a little bit easier. But again, everyone knows that poison resistance is actually very valuable, just because it really can drain you a lot if you get poisoned and whatnot against like a champion pack or whatever. And then I went with Dual Spirit, very simple. You need the faster hit recovery, and you just get a lot of resistance from the shield, mana and everything. Like, Dual Spirit is just so crazy good. Right now, getting an Oculus, something like that, is also pretty expensive. Another choice you should also consider, instead of Spirit Sword, you should maybe just go with a Wizard Spike. That would probably actually be better than a Spirit Sword. You do lose some damage or whatever, but Wizard Spike is actually very great. So consider Wizard Spike if you want better stats overall than Spirit Sword is going to give you. And then the expensive armor. So this is quite costly. You should maybe also just consider Quahagen's that I think it has like 500 defense or so, like it's pretty good as well. It has +1 to all skills and some other stats. But if you're really balling, if you're really going for it, Skin of the Viper Magic, 30% faster cast rate. You could live with less, but 30% just makes reaching 105% faster cast rate even easier. And then you also get the crazy all resist. This armor is still very expensive. It's definitely the most expensive item. A little think right now, let's see. Yeah, literally think all the items that I'm using right now combined is probably around the same price for a Skin of the Viper Magic. Something like that. So this is an expensive choice, but it's the best choice right now. Yeah, I really do want to stress just how good Skin of the Viper Magic could be. And also if you get it upgraded. I mean, if you upgrade this and put a rune in it, you could also put like a Shale rune in it for more faster hit recovery. It really is choice to get it right now. But Quahagen's is also an option, or you can also go with Lore, Smoke rune word to get even more resistance. But the +1 skill really does matter. I'll talk about that in just a bit. Eye of the Idlich, we should maybe just consider getting a +3 cold amulet. They are still very expensive to get. They can be hard to find and whatnot. So I went with an Eye of Idlich. I know this one is not too expensive to get right now, trading and whatnot. So +1 to all skills is really just kind of what we are going for here. Bit of an boring choice actually. I don't really find it that interesting, but it's still the best sort of decent enough amulet that you can get right now. Still +3 to cold amulet, or a +1 to all sorceress skills with resistance on it, mana or whatever would be better. But I was going for a little bit of a budget choices, because amulets do get very expensive very fast, and this is more reasonable to obtain. And then a Peasant Crown, very cheap already. A lot of people are already selling this. You can't go wrong with a Peasant Crown. It literally has all the stats that you want. Look at how much life and mana you just get out of equipping this. Like it's 50 life and mana or whatever, nearly, for these two. And then I put I was not really sure if I wanted to use Perfect Sapphires or I wanted to get some regen and replenish life. But I figured Perfect Skulls were the best sockets. Still a little bit hard to get socketed items right now with a Lacerate quest and everything. They can be a bit hard to obtain since you only have 3 on your character and whatnot. But yeah, Peasant Crown is not very expensive, but still it's the poor man's Shaco and whatnot. And Shaco is still extremely expensive to get and whatnot. So we went with Peasant Crown and nothing on Switch. I didn't really care for it that much. Maybe you could find something interesting to use. And now we come for the interesting part. A basic non-Eve Cryptic Axe. I like Cryptic Axes. They don't drop that much compared to, I would say, Colossus Volug or Threshers. I don't know if that's true, but I find I don't really see that many Cryptic Axe dropping. It's a very expensive weapon still. I think a base like this, with not ethereal, of course, 4 sockets is like... what could it be comparable to? Probably dual spirit in cost or something like that. Maybe another item on top. So it's still very expensive to get, but like you can self-find the runes yourself very easily, just doing like Countess run in Nightmare or whatever. So if you can find a Cryptic Axe or something like that, it doesn't have to be maybe the best base. 4 sockets inside is just great. You can already see that it's doing 1.7k max damage. And with this damage plus Might Aura, oh yeah, I actually chose the... I'll just change that in a bit. But with Might Aura, I think I'm literally reaching like 3k max damage. But yeah, this is really great for leeching if you can just get a basic insight in a good base like this. And I also, again, I nerfed the stats in this one a little bit. I chose to roll it pretty low, only 14 aura and 244 enhanced damage. So average roll that's not that high. And then treasury, you can't go wrong with a treasury. Some people maybe like a Duriel shell. Like there's some other choices, maybe like a stone or a stone shaft or whatever it was called. Like that's some other choices, but I find that overall treasury is just worth getting. Yes, Lem rune is costly. It's not gonna be easy to get a Lem rune. It's hard. I only found one so far myself. But yeah, go with treasury. You can't go wrong. And then a basic Talrasi helm. You could also go with a Skull of Thieves or whatever it's called. I think that's a very good choice as well. But Talrasi helm is also very cheap already. And then I socket it with a 15% increased attack speed dual. That is also, again, a bit hard to get sockets on items and whatnot, but I wanted to see the dream budget option here. And the dream budget do mean that you also socket your items and whatnot. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for the gear, and also just quickly gonna go over the build now. So, lightning and cold. I'm getting tired of Blizzard. Like, there's so many situations where you're just like, oh, it doesn't connect with hits, line of sight issues, whatever. I'm really starting to dislike Blizzard. It might be better damage overall, I'm not sure. But Frozen Orb, 400 Frozen Orb damage. That's still good. It's not that bad. And then combined with all my plus skillers, I get 150 minus enemy to cold resistance. 150 is like the sweet spot. Yes, on a budget, no plus skillers, whatever, you might just want to stick to only 17 points into cold mastery, which is minus 100 enemy cold resistance. But 150 is really the sweet spot. 150 is just nice to have, and that is why I went with that. Just a note, remaining points into Ice Bolt, but you could maybe consider putting more points into Lightning Tree. Yeah, I also experiment a little bit. I went with Enchant, 1 point into Worm, just to increase my Merc's damage a little bit. It honestly doesn't help that much, but I felt like maybe the attack rating boost or something could make the Merc connect with hits even more, survive better, leech better, etc. So I wanted to try Enchant out also to experiment for this video here. And then for the Lightning Tree, it was pretty simple. Lightning Mastery and maxing Lightning, that's pretty much it. Also went with Thunderstorm just for the meme, but it's really not worth it. Even with some plus skills, it's quite low damage. Still, I wanted to, experiment a little bit with Enchant and Thunderstorm. But that's pretty much it for the gear, the build stats and everything. It's very simple, but this is what I think is going to work the best with this gear, and still budget, somewhat budget gear. But yeah, man, getting this gear right now, it's going to be a little bit hard with the Skin of the Viper magic. Especially if you're like self-found, this gear would be quite hard to get. But let's see what I do get out of running. Still a realistic but somewhat budget dream setup. So the first thing I want to note, yes, the faster cast rate is so much better, the mana regen, everything is so much better. Look at how fast I'm teleporting, compared to only having 37% faster cast rate, which my current sorceress has. This is just so better teleporting, like it's night and day. Maybe not night and day, but it really is better. But anyways, the first one is gonna come now, so we will go to Mausoleum. And the thing I like to do when I do teleport to areas, trying to find Mausoleum and everything, even if I go to like Ancient Tunnel, I just like to stop and see if I find like an elite pack. So in this case, going to Burial Grounds, I didn't find an elite pack or champion pack, but if I do find one and they're not cold immune, I like to just kill them, just for some extra loot chance or whatever. I don't really know if killing just to get grind have to find my own keybinds here. I don't know if killing Blood Raven here is worth it, but I like to do it. And I can already tell you now that I'm killing it so much faster. Wow, Frozen Orb really does a lot of damage at this gear level. Literally, I could spend like half a minute killing Blood Raven before. So it's fun to see that already just doing this one little thing here, teleporting to her and killing her, feels much faster and much easier. But let's enter Mausoleum and yeah, take it from there. So let's test the damage here against some Hungry Dead. Wow. Let's try this one. Oh, it was already low health. As I mentioned before, just before I started doing this video, I did the same runs on my live sorceress just to get a feel for it. And wow, it does a lot of damage, man. Yeah, Frozen Orb. I'm probably gonna respec after I've done this video here to Frozen Orb in the same build that I'm running right now. I can already tell you that my 900, 800 Blizzard damage is not as, like, it's really not as good as this 400 damage Blizzard or Frozen Orb here. But yeah, I also have a way better gear now compared to what I am running live. Still, I want to note that I can easily tell the damage difference. The faster run walk is also quite nice. Having both Peasant Crown and Elder's Boots, I can actually kinda enjoy it a little bit more just walking. It's quite nice actually, I do notice that. I wanna test the Merc here. It's not really a hard pull, but still has a lot of skeletons. Yeah, it kills very fast. Even like a lead down there. This Merc can actually leech or survive pretty good. Well, it can leech against skeletons. Obviously, if you don't know, bandits or skeletons can be leeched from. But even with no leech, it did handle that pack pretty easily. It was like, not a hard pack or anything. Oh, wow, this is actually pretty cool if you're gonna make a fade. But yeah, whatever. So that's pretty much all of it cleared soon. I'm just gonna do the last bit as well now. See if I missed anything. Oh yeah, there was something in here. Oh yeah, skeleton pack here. Let's try out the Merc again. Wow, he's literally just destroying these champions here. The Merc is actually very good. I was thinking that inside, not Eve, rolled a little bit low, wouldn't be that good, but it actually is. Yeah, I don't know why it says I also have prayer or there's a display bug or something. Like there are still bugs going on in the game, but you can see that I have might aura on. Did fix that, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why it says that. But maybe it's a let's actually test this bug here. Maybe it's a conflict with meditation or anything. Nope. I'm not sure why it says I have prayer or... Anyways, there's still a lot of bugs in the game. It's a bit odd to see, but yeah, there can be so many bugs in this game, and hopefully Blizzard will fix them, whatever. Let's do a good Frozen Orb here. They just melt, they literally just melt. It almost feels like I can clear this area twice as fast as been doing on my sorceress. Let's get a good pull here. Oh, immune to cold. Let's see how fast it kills it. Wow, it kills it fast. That Merc can legit do some stuff. But yeah, that was pretty much it for Mausoleum. So let's move on to the next area. So a little bit of an elite pack here. Let's test the Merc out. Not gonna use static. Let's see if he can actually survive. Okay, so he can't quite survive a crazy pack like this one. I think the lead were aura enchanted, yeah, so it can't quite survive a pack like this solo. Or can it? Let's try just a last time here, see if it might have a chance. Nah, it's going to die. Okay, so fair enough. The Merc is strong, even with Treasury proc there as well now. But it can't quite handle these more insane packs. That would probably do need like an ethereal Insight 4 that is rolled quite well, or maybe you have to upgrade to like a, I don't know, Affinity or Reaper's Toll or something. But yeah, it's still, I'm happy with the result so far for the Merc. So let's try out Engine Tunnel. Definitely cleared this a bit more than Mausoleum on my live Sorceress, but yeah. I'm gonna think it's going to be very fast as well. And again, it's not because these areas are hard to clear on my very low geared current Sorceress, but it can feel a little bit slow at times, and sometimes you might actually spend a little too many potions to get through it. And you can see that I'm literally not even like spending potions right now. It doesn't really matter. Oh, let's see this one. Superior. Okay, it was never mind. But yeah, no potions are spent. It's just easy peasy. Things are just dying. 2 free frozen orbs. Oh, let's get into an elite pack here. See the real damage. Trying to explode them just a little good. Okay, they don't die that fast. But still. Champion packs down very fast. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, that Mooncrawler just died there. Yep. This is real damage. Oh, and a Tell Rune. Oh, it's good enough. Everything still has value right now, at least. But yeah, this is just so much faster. Again, also just something like having faster teleport speed. Just, it feels so good. After you have played around with low, faster cast rate for a bit and then stepping up to something like this. Oh, let's see a good pull here. Can the Merc also survive? Okay, so the Merc would die there. I had to get out. Yeah, this was also a very challenging pull. So, fair enough that it didn't really survive that. Just gonna get it some potions up. Okay, the Merc actually died there. Fair enough. Couldn't really bother to survive it properly. Or help it. But still, that it did kind of tank this whole pack here somewhat good is decent. But still, it's annoying, you know. The Merc should just kind of survive, be better at it. But still, it's budget geared compared to, you know, the more expensive choices that eventually people will, you know, go for and everything. Wow, they really just died, these Plague Bears. Let's try this elite here. Yep, it just goes down. That was it for Ancient Tunnel anyway. Very fast clear. Barely used any potions. Didn't even use any mana potions, I think. So yeah, very nice to see. And also poison resistance. You should maybe just go with Sandstorm tricks. It is nice for the, you know, the fast run wall, fire resistance, etc. But when you do get poison with very low resistance, it's just annoying. Yeah, you don't kind of want to carry, you know, antidote potions. So let's do Mephisto. Should be fairly easy. Since we have so much life, it's also much safe to just go up in static field. I probably could even tank it, but we will just do it a little bit safe here for the demonstration of the video. So, the problem with Frozen Orb is the range. You can see it doesn't really explode compared to like Blizzard that you can kind of place on top. So, Frozen Orb does have an issue there. It's quite bad damage against Mephisto. Like if this was my normal Sorceress, it would probably be about the same damage actually. Because like I can try and step one tile ahead. Now Mephisto is going to be able to hit me. So I will have to step back now. And yeah, continue my Frozen Orb at this range here. It's a bit shit. But Frozen Orb can kill Mephisto. It's just going to take a longer time compared to Blizzard. But that's probably also why you know, people, if they were only farming Mephisto on health, they would always just go like Meteor and Blizzard. But I can live with it. Oh, nice, a little essence, funny enough. Let's all just see the ring. Oh, built the wrong one, there you go. There have been, you know, higher all resistant magic finds, but yeah. That's pretty much it. So another thing I also wanted to test was, since I also just killed the elites, that's always going to be 2 elites in the room here. At least there should be. Where is it hiding at? Maybe they're not always up. Figured they were. Oh yeah, there you go. So I want to try and see how fast I can kill this. And yeah, wow, it dies fast. I had to kite this one, like struggle kiting it. And now I'm just destroying it in like 3-4 frozen orbs. Yeah, I had to use a lot of health potions to stay alive there. Also just because I got a little careless. But wow, that died so much faster. But I'm not really sure if it's actually worth killing these ones. They are somewhat easy to kite if you kind of do the same trick with Mephisto. Still, you get all the little hydras and other stuff that kind of annoys you more than Mephisto. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this little demonstration. Maybe the last one I could try. Oh yeah, it's also immune. Let's see if I can kill it now with a little bit of kiting and no health potions. Man, having faster, yeah, teleport speed is just so good when you're doing these aids kiting here, as I like to call it. It really isn't much fun to kite like that. But wow, this was so much easier. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the result. You do really get something out of getting a little bit more gear. And again, if you are going even crazier, you know, Shake or Mars Amulet, Chains of Honor, Holto, Skillers, Torch and Helios, like your damage gets so much crazier. But already here with some still expensive gear, but somewhat budget gear, you are really performing so much better than what my current sorceress is doing. So this was fun to take a look at. You know, the dream budget sorceress right now would be something like this, in my eyes at least. Something that most people could hope to obtain within, you know, the next few weeks or whatever, playing the game. Maybe even solo self-found, you could find most of these items here. But yeah, I don't want to make the video that much longer than this. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a good one.